Hello, this is Josh Kulp. We are learning Daf Shevui, Masechet Kiddushin. We are on Daf Kaf Vav, page 26. And the next couple of pages deal a lot with the laws of acquisition, particularly of acquiring things and of acquiring land. The Mishnah began with acquisitions of a wife, a man acquiring a wife, and then moved to acquisitions of animals. And now, and again, I do not think that the Mishnah is comparing wives with animals. It's just talking about how do you create connections between different things that are of legal consequences. How do I create a legally consequential connection between me and a piece of land such that it is mine, or me and something such that it is mine, and therefore I have certain rights to it, I have certain responsibilities perhaps to it. When we think about it, we take sort of ownership as the natural state of being, but it's really not the natural state of being. The natural state of being is everything exists and doesn't belong to a person. But of course, in the legal world in which we live in, we believe that certain things belong to people, and therefore we have to figure out how that ownership relationship is established. There's also certainly very important consequences with figuring out exactly when something belongs to me. For instance, let's say I buy a piece of gold from you, and that piece of gold goes up in value. Well, was it my gold when it went up in value? Was it your gold? If it goes down, the same question could be asked. So we need to know the exact moment when ownership transfers, such that fluctuations in the value of something, also if something gets lost. If I pay for something from you and then it dies, an animal, or the Romans come and steal it, is it mine or is it yours when it was lost? So it's very important to know when something belongs to somebody. The terms used in the beginning of this Mishnah are related to the issue of collateral. So I wanted to explain achrayut, or collateral. Generally speaking, let's say I loan you money, or you do something to me, you damage me such that you owe me money. I now automatically have a lien over all of your real estate. Meaning any land that you have, should you default on your debt, I could come and collect your land. I don't need to write that into the document, generally speaking. You may remember a lot of discussions about this in Masechet Ketubot. It's sort of automatic. When a woman gets married, she automatically has a lien on her husband's real estate. But that only works for real estate, for what we call in Hebrew, nechasim sheyesh lehem achrayut. Property for which there is responsibility, meaning that there is it could be used as collateral. Nechasim she'ein lehem achrayut, things that don't have responsibility, can't be used as collateral, at least not automatically used as collateral, are things. My table, my chair, today my car, things like that are not things for which a collateral relationship is automatically established. So those are the two categories of property: land and physical belongings. Physical belongings generally have to be acquired through taking possession of them, taking physical possession of them. We have seen this before with animals. It was largely the same with animals, but we use the word here, meshicha, drawing it to somebody. So that if I pay you money, let's say you have cows up in Texas. I understand there are a lot of cows in Texas. And I'm in New Jersey, and according to Talmudic law, I want to buy those cows. That's going to be a little bit difficult. We'll talk about that as we go along. Theoretically, or if you have, let's say, we talked about cows before, let's say you have you have oil that I want to buy, and you're in Texas. I hear there's a lot of oil in Texas too. If I pay you money now, I don't have that oil until I actually took the oil into my possession. Obviously, an advanced economy, even a rudimentary economy, can't really work that way. With land, you can buy it with a document, or with money, or by physically taking possession of the land. Chazakah is a word that comes up here a lot. Chazakah is demonstrating ownership. If I live on your land, that demonstrates ownership over your land. Chazakah is talked about a lot in Bava Batra, in the third and following chapters in Bava Batra. So finally, I just want to make sure that we understand, largely often what's at stake at many sugiyot that we're going to come up with later on is how to ease the transfer transfer of artifacts, of things. Like I said with the oil example, or with the cow example, or with anything kind of or barrels of wine. If you have them far away, I might want to buy them. Might want them to be mine now, even though I don't physically have possession of them. Let's say I want to invest in them. So the rabbis throughout all of halachic history had to find ways to make sure that people could buy things without physically taking possession of them. We'll read a few in the sugyo, and I will make some comments here and there. But you should remember that, like, for the economy to work, people have to own things that they don't have in their physical possession, specifically for an investment economy to work. So good luck learning it. As always, I hope you participate in our Facebook page, and if you have any comments or questions, please do make them there.